Alrighty. Hello there,
Hello.
everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Engineering Money, the podcast where some full time engineers give their
Wait,
2 cents on the financial news of the week. My name is Ben, and I moved last week, so now my room is different.
my name is Tim,
Hooray!
and I'm still in the same house.
And my name is Joey, and I'm also in the same
All of
house.
our room colors are pretty much the same, but particularly Tim and I now.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
am painting my house upstairs,
Mm.
not this room, but there will be different colored
Oh wait,
walls.
I should turn on my
Slightly.
light.
Yeah, go turn on your light. So, we got a very special episode this week. We're going back to
Yeah,
our
it's
roots,
Ben's week.
and I've had a couple busy weeks. But I also, we all have jobs too. So I want to talk about how we trade on a busy schedule. Us not being finance people, doing other things during the day. How do we get it done? You know, as like a tutorial video almost. Hints and tricks.
Important skill, I guess.
Ben, you started the episode right when I was about to send a text, so I had to finish that.
Well, sometimes that'll happen. Um, yeah, but real briefly, who's in the lead, Tim? For what's the order?
We just talked about
What's the
this.
order so far
I
this
don't want to
year?
say. You're in the lead,
Yeah, I
Ben.
am.
Well,
I'm not
well,
gonna say by how much.
Who's in dead
you
last?
don't want to, spoil it too much because it's the end of the year that
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah,
But
But the
Yeah,
horse
Ben.
race is always fun.
who's in dead last right now,
this
though?
would be like gloating before getting to the finish
I'm
line.
not gloating. I'm providing an update to all 7 of our viewers.
Yeah, it's okay, Tim. It's okay because I had my time in the sun. January and February were good to me. Ben deserves to brag now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just get right down to it. Okay. Um. So we should go around and talk about like what we do for our trading stuff. So like
Oh,
So I thought of a few strategies, just generally speaking. And I don't know if you guys follow these or if you do like a mixture, but like a few that I think of when I think of like side hustle trading. You got your
yeah, you go first because I haven't thought
okay,
about this.
okay, yeah. So we got the classic, the one that I probably most closely align with, dividend investing, getting stocks that pay out
Mhm.
major dividends. So during the day, I don't need to worry as much about what the stock is doing. I know how much money I'm
Yeah.
making. Um,
Yeah, that is true because if I've got a dividend stock and I know that I'm confident that it's still going to be doing well in the future. Even if the price goes down in the short midterm, it's like, who cares? I'm getting
Especially if
yeah,
dividends
I'm
anyway,
getting a
baby.
paycheck every
if
three
they're a strong
months.
company, they're a strong
Yeah.
company with a history of stability in their dividend. They won't change it just because their stock is doing poorly. They won't slash their
Yeah.
dividend. It
Yeah.
has to be
Wait,
pretty seismic change for that to happen.
Joey, what was that list that you told me about last week?
Oh, the S&P dividend
Yeah.
aristocrats.
Mm-hmm.
You have
Yeah.
to
Have
be
you
a
heard of that, Ben?
company growing your dividend, not even just holding it constant. You have to grow it for 25 years in a row to make that
Yeah.
list. So those companies are considered pretty stable, good dividend payers.
Yeah. So then the next one I thought of is you're not checking the market during the day, and it depends on your time zone. But like for me on the Pacific Coast, market opens like way before I go to work. So I'm there. I can look
Yeah.
at like the first hour of the market before needing to start work, and then the end of the market for me is during my lunch break, so I can check at the end of the day. So like
That'd be
swing
nice.
trading is a viable strategy where you're not it's not a day trade, you're on the scale of a couple days where you close out all your positions at the end of the
Yes.
week, but it doesn't really matter in the interim.
I will say
But
it's
Ben,
tougher in the central time zone.
Mm,
yeah.
We are like, I mean, 8:30 to 3:30, or no, 8:30 to 3 is market hours in central, and that
What
is
about me?
definitely at work time.
9:30 to 4.
Well,
Yeah, but
That's
Tim,
like,
you could like I don't know work 7 to 3. That's shift one at lots of different engineering jobs.
yeah,
That
but
would
I
you
do
get
a
an hour at the
980
end of the day.
schedule. So I work from 8 to 5 every day, which does mean every other Friday I get a whole day to just watch the stock market go down. But that means that I start work an hour and a half before it opens and I end work an hour after it closes.
yeah.
It's rough.
So
You,
it's
you got to get your trades in during your after lunch bathroom break.
Boom. Yeah, your
yeah, that is
PPT,
one thing
paid pooping time.
I never try to make trades in the morning.
Mm.
Uh,
It it's always like around the middle of the trading
Ah,
day.
I see. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then the last one I thought of, I like to call it the like, you're contracting out the work solution, where you invest in ETFs or mutual funds.
Oh,
So
Oh,
you
sure.
pay a small
Okay.
percentage as an expense ratio, expense fee, but you're basically buying in to somebody else's expertise and time, where they're the ones that are doing the trading, they have the set rules to follow, and it's all good. You don't have to think about it.
um, there are actually some mutual funds. I think the only place I've seen them are on Fidelity, but they have 0% fees.
Those are cool.
right. There's a
You,
lot of things getting more and more retail investor
Hmm.
friendly for easy
Yeah.
trading.
So those were kind of the three main strategies I thought of. If you got a day job, but you're trying to make some extra cash on the side as a side hustle, those are the solid ways to do it. Because day trading is not really viable because you're not able to look as closely as you'd want to.
Exactly. The way I look at it is kind of what rate am I making, considering I know how much attention I'm going to pay to it. So if
yeah,
it's like this is down on Monday, I think it'll be up Friday, I better make that trade. That's not something I can handle because I'm going to be at work Monday and Friday during hours. So that's not a trade I'll do. That's how GameStop trading went. That's
Yep.
not something I would be able to put my due attention into. So it it tends to be the weekend when I'm able to reevaluate my positions, consider if I want to keep holding it or buy more or buy a new stock. And so for me, I make sure when I'm buying it that I'm comfortable holding that for at least a week.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like whenever, well, I don't follow this rule as much as I should, but I mean, if you got a full-time job, you should be thinking, will I be able to not think about this during the
Right?
whole trading day?
Are you going to
Yeah.
be able to sleep at night? And that
Well,
at night is the other key thing that I think about is after hours trading because it happens on a lot of stocks.
Mm.
Some I don't know how. I think it's the different exchanges decide how many hours after market close and
mhm.
before it opens stocks can trade. But like if I'm ever placing a trade on the weekend, I get the little warning that says warning. This will activate on the next trading day at market open, and that might be drastically different than the price right now. And so I don't put those trades in on stocks that would be drastically different at market open because it should be something where waiting until Monday morning doesn't do a huge change in the stock. If there's something like earnings going on there, I would rather wait till the end and then reevaluate than risk it there.
That's pretty smart.
Um, yeah, and then you can, I mean, obviously, since you can't do your research during the day, it's a little bit calmer to look at things when the markets are closed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have that like time pressure. Oh man, I need to choose to buy this right now because it's tanking, but it could reverse at any minute. It's it's a little bit too much to deal with.
Yeah.
Or if it's like this past week, it's like, oh, well, it's tanking. It'll probably still tank tomorrow too. So I'll just not buy any.
Hmm. The other thing that helps me get into that mindset is when I'm looking at the stock chart, the graph of price over time, don't choose a granularity smaller than 1 day. Because if you're not able to
You can
make
do that?
trading decisions within a day, you shouldn't be looking at the price difference within a day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So I won't ever change it to be like, show me the price by the minute. Just show me the price by the day, and I consider if it's a good day, a good week, good month to buy the
oh,
stock.
I see what you're saying.
I don't care if it's a good minute to buy the stock. I just want to know if it's a good day.
Yep.
That's a good way to put it.
This is all good advice. So let's
Ben,
what?
we don't give advice.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
This isn't financial advice. It's
Dumb
it's
advice.
sanity and time management advice.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yep. So let's say you're a brand new trader. You got $100 bill in your pocket, and you're like, I want to start going. Okay.
Ben, that's going to be difficult because how do you get that $100 bill into stocks?
GME.
You need to first put it in a bank account.
Well, you go to your local GameStop and you say, I want to buy 10 shares of your company.
They say, too bad, we're worth $1,000 a share now.
Yeah. So once you get that $100 going, like sort of like a timeline. What should you do? And I always think the very first thing you should do is get together your watch list. Curate a watch list for yourself of, I don't know. Do you guys have watch lists that you...
I do, and what I've found is a key thing is you want to have enough on there that you can have some stocks to say, oh, they're not doing anything interesting, it's still not a good buy point, but maybe out of your 10, you'd have one that's interesting to look at today. But don't have 50. You're not going to be able to keep track of all of those.
Yeah.
You need like your bread and butter, your dozen stocks that you follow every single day and kind of watch in the evening times or whenever you find the time to do your research, where you know kind of what's going on with them.
I'd say with that first $100, you should just invest in a broad index fund.
But I want to turn that $100
And
into
then once you build up a
$1,000,
good
Tim.
base, then you should start investing in individual things.
No, because if you can't,
Yeah,
if
but
you
Tim,
can't
how
make,
am I supposed to make 1 year's salary on that trade?
yeah, you got to make $60,000 on that first $100 within the first week.
Okay, well, what's my time frame?
1
A
week,
trade.
$60,000 in 1 week on $100.
If I've
Out
got
of 100.
if I've got 50 years, if I never sell over that whole time, then maybe. But a week.
I think, Tim, you're onto something though. So I think it's a combination of, you should just kind of throw that $100 into like a S&P or Dow or a NASDAQ ETF. Let that sit for a month or two, and at the same time find like a stock simulator and practice.
Mm-hmm.
So once you curate your list of like your bread and butter, companies that you want to get familiar with and know the movements and kind of understand what they're about and what moves them and be able to follow them closely, practice trading those in a simulator while your $100 is growing a little bit. And then, yeah.
Oh,
You just go
I
from
was just saying, like, I like to have a good base of money and stuff where I can't be stupid with it.
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
It's
like
kinda
a
here's my
diversification.
responsible money, and then I
Yeah,
got
my
my actual
responsible
trades for,
money.
like, smaller.
We should do,
And here's my GME money.
yeah. We should do another, oh, Tim, your video froze again.
Uh-oh.
That's a good
I
screenshot,
froze.
too. Shoot, print screen.
No,
Where's the
it's
print
not
screen
that.
button? I got it. All right.
But
I got it, boys.
nice.
I got our
Okay.
thumbnail.
But for me, I think that is a pretty. It goes even. I mean, zoom out another level. Do you have enough money just in your kind of responsible index funds? It's like statistically proven to be the most responsible way to trade for the vast majority of people is index funds. But even beyond that, you talk about that $100 spent. Is this your first $100? In that case, it shouldn't be invested at all. You probably need to keep that liquid
We're
until you
going too
save
deep.
We're going
money
way
that
too
you're
deep.
comfortable. It's like once you have
Oh
enough
my
money to invest, then get a base in index funds. Once that's growing and you still have a little extra cash on the side, that's when you can start picking these speculative funds because you don't want to gamble with money that you need.
Yeah. Yeah. The first, I think I might have said this before, but the first time I got into investing, like 4, maybe even 5 years ago, it was with a company that is now no longer listed because it went bankrupt. But
What was it, Blockbuster?
I would have been much better off just to have bought some index funds and then just let that sit there.
I think we should do another episode where we talk about portfolio diversification.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Well,
Like it's yeah.
Did Joey kind of talk
I
about that?
guess I
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I
you
kinda talked
did.
about
You
mine.
did do that. Yeah, because we
We
did
should
the.
always
Oh my gosh, that
revisit,
was your
though, because
topic.
you could get a million levels of granularity. Like you zoom way out, I'm 70% stocks, 20% international stocks, or whatever it's going to be. But then within those, your sub pie charts, you can go way down into the nitty gritty.
My current problem is I have my money mainly in 2 different brokerages, and then I have crypto, and I'm trying to bring them all into one place to be able to figure out what percentages I have in like
Oh yeah.
those the different industries.
A few less steps to keep track of all the math.
Yeah, which I mean I could do Excel, but then it's like I have like I don't even know how to look into what my 401k. I know what things it's invested in, but then like I don't want to pull all that information out.
Honestly, for me, I mean,
I know
401k,
Fidelity
it's
makes
just
it easy.
like I think my 401k is doing all right, and I don't even consider it when I'm looking at my portfolio breakdown.
Yeah,
But
that's what
I
I'm
probably
thinking.
should, honestly. If I mean, it's a big chunk of my investments is in my 401k. It's reasonable to look at that.
We've strayed from the topic.
No, that's okay though because I think this is all helpful. Yeah. I don't have anything else though.
Actually, hey,
I just keep waiting.
To get back to the original topic.
Trading as a side hustle.
Right. It's like when can you put the time in? For me, it's on the weekends. Tim mentioned putting a spreadsheet to keep track of your percentages in which industry you want to be in. That's actually what I do. I like to use spreadsheets a lot. Big surprise, I'm an engineer. But that's the way I do it. I put all of my effort front loaded on the weekend to go through that spreadsheet, make sure I'm looking at what stocks I want to be in each industry, make sure my percentages are balanced, and then I go place those trades to execute Monday morning, and then I don't have to look at it for the rest of the week. I still do look at it because I'm obsessive, but I don't trade any during the week.
Yeah. Okay, we have 1 minute left.
Oh,
Now
gosh.
you talk about whatever. Ben, is that a cuckoo clock?
It is a cuckoo clock. It was made in Germany. I don't have it on right now though, because that'd be really annoying. But it works.
Does it do it often?
Should I cuckoo it? I could cuckoo it as our sign off.
Got to get it right on the microphone so we get crisp
No, don't
sound.
do it right on the microphone. Oh. That's pretty neat.
That's a good one.
Okay, sleep good. The government's always watching.